ladies, so today we're gonna do something pretty simple, changing out the light kit on this fan. I'm gonna try to go step by step, but I'm sure many of you have the same problem. The fan is working, but the light is no longer working. The easiest and cheapest way to replace that and fix that is to change the light fixture itself. So we got this replacement right here. Then we're gonna be putting up, you see it? I'll get a picture of it later. It already has LED bulbs in it. It's the most comfortable thing I could find at Home Depot. So the first step is, of course, unboxing the new light fixture and then removing the old light kit on this Hampton Bay fan. Very simple. There are just 3 rusty little screws to take it out. I like to check the connections. They usually won't push in the same way that they will for the new ones, so I just cut off those old push-in fittings. Sometimes don't work anyway, and just use wire nuts on the end. But I like to test the light fixture itself to make sure the problem is not there in the fan before I put in a whole new light kit, and then discover that all along the problem was the connections or a wire, or the motor's not feeding the wires, or some other mix-up in the fan itself, which would probably mean it would be better to change out the fan. But after I tested the light kit out, it was working just fine, so I knew that there wasn't a problem with the connections themselves. The problem was simply in the light kit. So now the new challenge is to make this old fan fit the new light kit. So I have decided to take out the light socket in the old kit and retrofit it to the base of the new kit. So you're gonna see how I did that. This is not a, how can I say, a definite how-to. Every fan situation may be different. You may prefer to just replace the entire fan, but if you do love your fan and just want to change the light kit out, putting a universal light kit on is not always as easy as 1, 2, 3, unfortunately. I was hoping I could just feed the nipple through here and put a lock nut on it, but in my case it wouldn't reach quite high enough, and then there would be a problem attaching it to the old fan. So I decided to use the original base of the old light kit, take the light socket out, and attach that base to the new light base, if that makes sense. I had to do this on the ground because I didn't want to take any chances of screwing into any wires that I needed. So I used these old drywall screws. You may use something else. Make sure they're not too long. Do not screw it in on your leg. I did not do that. It just looks like that. I rested it up there for the picture, but I ended up making this kind of sandwich concoction in order to mount the new light kit onto the old base of the light kit that I removed. So the wiring is new, but so that it is a nice fit and does not look too obtruse, because I couldn't even find the same bronze color. That brushed nickel was the best I could do. I wanted to make it look as seamless as possible once it was up. So after I screwed in those screws, I cut them off because they were a little long, and reattached the new base to its base. And then you see the little sandwich there. It's neat, it's compact. My client loved it, and I think it looks pretty good considering how old the fan is. Now the problem is that we have 2 different pull chains. I didn't want confusion, so the one for the old light kit was still attached to the fan. It works fine, but I don't want there to be a confusion, one off, one on, and then it's not working. So I took the extension off and cut it a little bit shorter, and just made the pull chain for the light kit, the new light kit that's in the middle, the only one that's really reachable. And there's also a control switch on the wall. Now all that's left is to put on the globes. Very simple, putting the holding screws there, and voila, we are done with the installation. The client was very pleased. Hope it works out in your case too. Please leave comments below, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.